All right. What is going on, everybody? Um, yeah, no upload yesterday. Was very busy. Took this trade literally on the road, and safe to say that I lost both of them. One on ES and one on Nasdaq, and I'm gonna explain all my thought processes behind it. And yeah, so ended the day off. Well, ended the whole week. One win, three losses. Um, all good though. We'll be back next week. So coming into Nasdaq, coming into today. Actually, let's start off on the daily profile. We broke structure. Looks like we're doing. Looks like we're still gonna be bullish for a little bit. We took out. We're on all-time highs actually. So we took out all buy-side liquidity, and on top of that, we broke structure to the upside as well. Since we closed above this high as well, it looks like we're creating bullish structure up. So honestly, it's looking like for the next couple weeks, not next week. It looks like for the next couple of days into the new, will probably still be bullish structure. Um, oh, stop. Forex Factory. Let's see. Monday is a bank holiday. Um, Tuesday, decent. Not really them. Okay, CPI. Yikes. PPI. Okay. I'll talk about news at the end. But coming into the daily, we broke bullish structure. I mean, we broke bearish structure, so it looks like we're gonna be continuing bullish structure. This honestly has been happening ever since Trump was elected. Right here, Tuesday. Ever since then, boom, broke structure. We're going crazy. Same thing on ES. Now coming into today, well, coming into yesterday. Um, we actually had decent price to play off of. I had marked my 1 hour draws on liquidity right here as well. This was the 7 hour high. Oh no, this was a high. Excuse me. Draw on liquidity, draw on liquidity, draw on liquidity. 4 hour high, as well as a 1 hour low right here. We did not sweep out any lows, which is kind of unfortunate. Well, fortunate to me because I know, I was kind of wanting to go short. Uh, our liquidity, our liquidity as well here, and 4 hour low. Obviously, I knew price wasn't gonna reach down there, but sometimes I just like to mark it just in case, cause you never know at the end of the day. Well, obviously you could tell, but sometimes you just may never know. Coming into the market, let's talk about ES first. So, I mean, not ES. Let's talk about Nasdaq. So we made this 5 minute SMT, and from there, I'm like, all right, bet we're going down. Like obviously, we're gonna see which one is the lagging index, and it was looking like ES was a lagging index. So I was like, all right, bet. So coming into Nasdaq, made this 5 minute SMT, took out these highs, and from there I got my 5 minute retrace. So from there I scaled, and honestly, I didn't even see any good confluences. Like, look how horrible price. Like, before I even get into it, this type of price action, I should have known not to trade anything because first of all, barcode after barcode after barcode. This is literally an accordion pattern, and we all know what happens with accordion patterns. We have prices literally just drooping its nuts everywhere, not really giving us clear price action. But at least that's just to me. So back to it. That's where I got stopped out. Okay. So back to it. I came down. Um, Originally my breaker structure was right here, and we did not hit that. So I kept moving on my breaker structure to right here. Eventually, we did hit it, and from there, I'm like, all right, bet. And we formed this fair value gap, but let's take a couple steps back. We made this fair value gap right here, this imbalance, because as well, while I was checking the 5 minute for the retrace, I was also checking the 1 minute just to see like how price is looking. We made this 1 minute fair value gap right here, instantly got invalidated into this inverse fair value gap right here, and from there we got buying pressure out, but from there we created another fair value gap, and this is where I got my 5 minute retrace, and I was looking for my breaker structure, and from here it was pretty solid. I was like, okay, bet. Um, to me, to be honest, I generally think these fair value gap zones, after this one got invalidated, I generally think this was just very strong. Price was just playing in between it, as you can see, until we just came in and validated it. And when we invalidated to make this bearish fair value gap, we pushed right above. We also created this order block right here. There's order cock. Pause. But we created this fair value gap right here. We pushed back into it, and we also did this order block as well. This was also technically my third confluence. Equilibrium, we hit equilibrium as well. That was my second confluences. Those are usually the two main I play off of, but based off of what I was reading from this type of price action, I was like, let me just use one more confluences to play it safe. Use this fair value. We use this order block. We closed. We poke our heads back into the fair value gap. Get selling pressure out. I wanted to close below the order block and get selling pressure. Buying pressure back in and then selling pressure back out. That's exactly what we did. I was like, okay, bet. As soon as we closed off of this candle in the order block, I was like, okay, bet. Short right here. There we go. Short right here. I wanted my only take profit just to be this hourly low, and from there I was like, okay, bet. Like everything should be solid. We hit equilibrium, got our fair value gap, got our 5-minute retrace, got our breaker structure, even got an order block. And sometimes I don't take trades off of order blocks. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But usually my main fair value gap's in equilibrium after my breaker structure. We also made the 5-minute SMT, and I was like, okay, price should be going down even more. So I was like, okay, bet. Entered shorts. Only take profit was gonna be right here. This is gonna be a sleek 1 to 2 RR, and need I say less? We entered this trade at around, at around 10:10. We got stopped out at 11:25. This trade has been an hour long, and I truly just sat and forgot about it. I was on the road while taking this trade. I parked and I did all of this on my phone, and I generally thought we were solid. And then this is honestly hilarious. So came back, we retested this order block, and we also retested this fair value gap as well. And then we came back into the order block, stayed in the order block, came back into the fair value gap, stayed in the fair value gap. My stops were literally right above the fair value gap right here. Almost got stopped out a multitude of times. Then we just came back down, just came back to the order block range, came back up to the fair value gap range, came back down to the order block range. Honestly, safe to say, point being, these two areas, fair value gap and my order block ranges, were way too strong for price to just come down. And as we can see, it was just resisting to just make any moves. That's why we had consolidation patterns, we had accordion patterns. From there, we almost came back in the profit. We were in profit for like what, a minute, and we just jolted back up. And at the same time, I took my trade on ES as well. Literally same time this happened, and if not, I think a minute before, but I'll explain that one after. And then from there, I was just like, okay, we ended up just invalidating both, closing above the fair value gap, and from there I got stopped out, and prices continue to go higher. I dumped back down again to my fair value gap range. Actually, yeah, we dumped back into my fair value gap range. Oh wait, hold on. Okay, there we go. We dumped back into my fair value gap range. As you can see, this area was just very strong for prices to just come back down to, and that's where we ended up market. But point being, that's really the stop loss of the day. We got stopped out. We almost got stopped. We literally were so close to getting stopped out. Actually, a multitude of times. Like, it was a genuinely insane. Like, the more I see it, it's like literally one tick away from getting stopped. One tick away. But what can I do better? Probably just not trade this type of price action. Since it was election week, I was thinking Friday was gonna do good. Friday was gonna be good, and due to the bearish SMT, it looks like we did get our move down, but I couldn't have caught anything here. There was really nothing for me to catch here, and even if I were to catch a trade, nothing for me to target here. Looks like it just was like a longs day. Excuse me. But other than that, I got all my confirmations and everything set. I guess today just just another long day. I guess tomorrow, well, not tomorrow, maybe Tuesday, we'll be back in action. And yeah, on the ES, same thing on ES. Marked out my draws on liquidity. 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour, and from there 4-hour high, From there, scaled down 5 minute, 5 minute SMT, boom, bearish SMT at that, and from there, excuse me, I got my retrace. From there, I was just looking for a good, actual good entry, and let's see, this was my breaker structure right here. Created this fair value gap. Price was just honestly just really really bad. I knew I could have made my breaker structure from here, but or honestly right here. But even if I did, I was stopped to wait for other confluence, so I just kept it right here. Break structure. From there, we created this free rally gap. Um, got selling pressure out. Then we dipped our head back in. I was like, okay, we can get selling pressure out. That'll be chill. We also hit equilibrium as well. I was like, okay, bet. And from there, boom, we got selling pressure out. So I was like, okay, bet. Enter off this candle, and my first take profit was gonna be right here into this 5 minute fair value gap. Yep, this 5 minute imbalance right here that I thought price was gonna want to push into. That was my first one, and second one was gonna be this low resistance drawn liquidity. This is gonna be my low resistance drawn liquidity second one, and my last and final take profit was gonna be this hourly low right here for a cool 2.6 RR. Other than that, I was gonna use this to see like if I could use this as a take profit point, but I was doing the math, like it was gonna be a 0.6 ratio. That's horrible. So I was like, yeah, just no point. So this was my original trade idea, and I generally thought everything was solid. I didn't use 3 confluences. Well, I guess you can count that. I didn't use like 4 confluences as much. Other than Nasdaq, because this one I generally felt confident in. We made a fair rally gap that I was like, okay, maybe price is gonna want to push into, and from there had the bearish SMT 2, had the equilibrium 3, closed multiple times, had the breaker structure, of course that's just a given, and from there we have selling pressure out of the fair value gap, and I was like, okay, bet. We short that and entered this trade at like 10:09. We got stopped out at 10:23. Um, Again, fair value gap, highs. I mean stop loss above the fair value gap. That's where I got stopped out. And yeah, price was genuinely just an accordion for today, yesterday. But other than that, that's really much my trade recap. What could I do better? Again, when I look at charts like price like this, I mean the 5 minute wasn't even that bad. The 5 minute looked horrible, but I was like, I'll give it a shot. 15 minute was actually pretty well. Again, like what is this? But I guess not to self when I see price action like that, maybe it's just best to just let it be, and then just see like just take a mock trade how I would do. And yeah, other than that, I'll be back Tuesday. No recap on Monday because Monday is a bank holiday. And yeah, crypto is also booming right now. Doing my research on that, trying to get in on that. Well, I'm already in somewhat, but I'm trying to add more bags. Solana's almost at 200, man. This is crazy. I'm not even a crypto influencer, man, but if you guys are watching this, you're trying to get into crypto, man, I would suggest like doing your research like heavily. It's gonna be a crazy bull. Broke out of this resistance area. I broke out of this area. Broke out of this mini period of just horrible freaking consolidation, and now we're about to push into all-time highs pretty soon. But yeah. Other than that, guys, I'll see you guys Tuesday. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and comment down below. And other than that, I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Peace.